Hey guys, this is on again for Apotheosis. We're back in today with Log Launcher Dragons. I used to call it Sui Dragons. It's really just you do a Sui into an RC charge and just take out basically half the base of the RC as well as the Log Launcher, the Queen with the Giant Arrow. Then from there you're chilling. The main ways you fill this army is if you either A, you kill your RC with like 5, 6, 7 invis left, or B, you just kind of time fill if you're just not using your cleanup very effectively. Those are the main ways to fill this army. But if you can do those things, just like clean up effectively and not kill your RC early, you're gonna be completely fine, and it works really well. I got this army from seeing this one guy in this 10v10 hard mode I was doing, right? He kept using this army, or at least a similar variation of it. I thought, okay, that looks pretty strong. It looks pretty fun to do. You know what? It is pretty strong. It is pretty fun to do. So let's get into it. I hope you guys enjoy. So when you're looking at a base, looking at how can you get into the heavy damage with either your A, your RC, or B, your log launcher, or even A and B together, same spot. I guess that could be C, right? But yeah, at that point, you're looking for skeleton spell value. So the main thing you're looking at for your log launch location is going to be, are you going directly into ricochets? Because if so, see if you can find another entry that's going to be like multi-arch tower entry instead of ricochet cannons, and the multi-inferno towers, as well as the town hall poison. So town hall poison, multi-inferno towers, basically the same kind of thing. So they're going to basically make your skeleton spell useless. So going into a town hall skeleton spell, it is valuable at times, but the skeleton spell does not get much value at all. It's gonna be worthless. You go into a multi-inferno tower, same kind of thing. So you have to make sure you drop the skeleton spell out of range of the inferno if you are going to. But if you don't, that'll be okay. But it's just not really as useful. And then from there, looking at where can you get some value for log launcher. So going for the clan castle is always gonna be a nice value if you can take it out with the log launcher, whether you take it out with the actual log itself, or if like you trigger the CC when it's low, you just poison it out and your queen and your yetis help take it out from this log launcher. That's also valuable at the same time. But also rage towers is nice, multi arch towers is nice, the mono multi gear both are nice. And see this little combo here on this base, I was thinking, okay, I could just literally giant arrow through here, log launcher through. The skeleton spell, I kind of dropped the range in the Inferno Tower. That's just kind of, what can you do? But then the question is, do you use one earthquake or two earthquakes? Typically, you're only going to use one. But also, I drop a head hunter here to help with the defending king and a baby dragon help funnel make sure the yetis push into the base. So from here, the yetis will help take out the center of the base. They'll do that. The queen's gonna help, but she sometimes walks up. You know what? That's okay if she walks in or out, to be honest, because she goes in there, she's dead anyway. So she's just trying to get some extra percentage. But you wait until 240 left on the screen so you can drop the RC. You drop her on the side, you think it's gonna be more value for you. On this one, they both kind of about the same. I drop her at 240. Then you just kind of drop the invis at 6 whenever you need to. And after that, pretty much 7 and 3 just to keep the Royal Champion alive. And you Earthquake on the heavy area defenses in front of you. And once you do trigger the CC, that's the point where you're going to poison it. If it's, furnaces, you just poison it and that'll be easy peasy. So the reason I went through this side, not this side, was because there's one, two, a multi-arch tower, ricochet. Right here is multi-arch tower, multi-arch tower. So two multi-arch towers is more value. At the same time, I'm also using archer to pull away the ice column, so my RC's not going to be stuck in there. From here, it's just a basic RC charge. You just make sure you keep her alive. Ideally, you want her to get air damage, ideally. But when you get low on invis spells, you can't really do too much, but just keep her alive. You keep her alive will get you more value than trying to redirect her and she ends up dying or doing something like that early. It's just, you just make sure you keep her alive. We get down the multi-inferno tower, and then from here you're thinking, okay, where do you send the dragons at this point? Because there's a couple spots. Either you send through here in the town hall, and there's just no damage over here the whole time. That's just, that's a little weak. Or you send on this flat side directly into the rage tower, but then you're gonna have funnel issues. I like this side right here because you get the ice on a pop through this rage tower. You have the war ability through this rage tower, and you have the minion principality for the back end, which can be very, very nice. And at the same time as well, you still have 7 rocket loons, 2 baby dragons, and archers and minions. You have to make sure you use those pretty effectively. Rocket loons are really nice for making the funnel or taking out air defenses. It's really nice for air defenses. Baby dragon help clean up. Archer pull away the CC troops. Rocket loons, I want them to take out the wizard tower. Then I want them to take out this air defense. The warden ability, I might have popped that a little bit too soon because the ice sound does freeze up all the air damage, but that's okay. Rock loons do come on through, and once the rock loons clear up a section for your baby dragons and minions to help clean up, that's when you're set to drop them. That's the idea. The rock loons help clean up a section for your baby dragons and for your minions. So there's not any air damage, so those can clean up that section of the base freely. Like this baby dragon cleared up this section freely. This baby dragon did freely. Minion principality through the town hall. And then from here, it's really just I have some minions on the CC here because it's rock loons and an ice golem. They're just kind of annoying, so I got those right there. Just take those out, so then I could drop my archer. And this one last Rocket League, sometimes you just have one. There's not really much you can do for it until you wait till said defenses are distracted so that one Rocket League take out like a Tesla. Because these Teslas were starts distracted, the Rocket League's got some nice value there. Really nice value. And then the Minion Prince, he's just chilling. But if you get a good Sui just like this base, like right through there, a multi-gear mono, that's high value, and an Inferno, you're gonna overkill the base easily. Or if you get a good Sui, say into like a Rage Tower, take a Rage Tower section, then you RC charge another Rage Tower, you're gonna overkill the base easily. It's just kind of, just make sure you keep your RC alive and get a decent spot for the Sui. But after all, it is pretty fun to do. It is pretty fun because it's kind of like a whole different attack strategy, to be honest. But yeah, not too hard. All right, this base. So I want to get through a Rage Tower. This one has no Ricochet, so that's a no. Where's this Inferno? We can place the Skelly spell like right here and Giant Arrow like this. Yeah. Yeah, we could do that. We could also maybe just get through this. You know, I kind of want to get through this Clan Castle instead. I'm going to do it through the Clan Castle. Drop Skelly spell right here. Alright. Giant Arrow right through the CC. Run an Earthquake. I'm going to double Earthquake just so we can get through the Clan Castle for sure. At 240, I'll drop the, what is it called? World Champion to one of the Rage Towers. I think this right side one. Just to this more value. And we'll get through this Minion Prince. We'll poison him. So yeah, we'll get through him pretty easily. And that 240 will drop the RC in. 1, 2, 3. She's going to help make this funnel back on this right side. Push us into this Rage Tower section. The action figure is also getting some nice work too. So they're kind of working together there. We're just going to do 7 and 3 on these invises. Making sure we keep the Royal Champion alive. Our queen, yeah, she helped take out that top side Rage Tower. 3, and there's the NATO. Okay, well, it is baited, but you know what? That's okay. We're not going to go into every single bit of the bait, right? We already hit the NATO, so we can pop the haste now. But still just doing 7 and 3 the entire time. 7, 3, 7, 3. And then we'll just drop 7. We'll drop an archer to help clean up. And then 3. So we're just going to send our warden and dragons directly into this Rage Tower section. That will definitely give us some good value. We'll get through this air defense. And we'll just invis over. Because we want to try to get down as much air damage as possible. Which is this archer tower. And then this hopefully multi-archer tower something can help. We'll send the Ice Hound directly over the Giga Bomb. Send the dragons in. Directly over the Giga Bomb, right? Alright, funnel, funnel, funnel. Take out the air defense. Oh. Take out the air defense. Drop some cleanup. Alright, Ice Hound does take out the Giga Bomb. Very nice. Alright, pop the Warden ability. We're getting through some heavy damage right there. We'll drop some cleanup. Some more cleanup. Alright, Minion Prince. We'll try to get him onto the scatter and then pop his ability. Alright, he's gonna get on the scatter. I mean, not quite. Oh, he's almost on the scatter. We need him to get on the scatter. There we go. Gets to do everything. With that Inferno, but that's okay. Okay, where else can we clean up? Honestly, maybe Archer back over here. Alright, Dragons, you gonna head for that Town Hall or what? Or what? Or what? Or what? Bro, no. You're not going for that Town? Only one Dragon, really? Be for real. Minion Prince, he's doing his thing. Sneeze, you get that. Okay, those Dragons are... Eventually, maybe. The Booger? The Booger does it okay. It takes a Booger. I should have saved an Archer for over here. Time, time, time. Okay, Headhunter. It's definitely time's gonna be a little bit close. We'll get through this storage though. Okay, nice. That means we'll be able to get through this side and head back for those buildings. Okay, yeah, we're chilling. We're chilling. Maybe I shouldn't have used one earth. I should only use one earthquake here, I think, after all. But I kind of want to make sure I got a CC down. So I used two, just because the CC's kind of annoying. If we have to deal with it, so we can use the poison aluminium prince. You know what? It still worked out though. Alright, invis base. So we want to make sure we push into here. What would be the easiest way? Minion prince on this side. A little bit annoying, right? Or can we get good distraction though? Yeah, good Skelly spell value right here. This giant arrow right through here. Yeah, okay. Skelly spell, giant arrow, log launcher, and this earthquake through here. And we'll just make sure to push our RC into the base. Yeah, okay, this will good. This will be good. Which way do I send her is gonna be the question. Left or right? I think probably right over here at 240. Yeah. Just because I think this would be a pretty easy path to push her in. At least I think so. All right, we'll invis redirect right here. Get onto the town hall. We'll invis over the town hall just to make sure we're in the center. Then we'll do 3 and the earthquake through this entire center. And now that center is going down. We'll pop the haste. And we'll do 7. Down go to town hall. And we ran past the inferno. Okay, well. Oops. Oopsie. Alright, we can just do 6. Actually, we're gonna have to probably do 3 just because the fact that she's about to be moving quick out of here. Alright, can we get through the multi-arch tower? So we're set. We should easily, right? Yeah, we will. And then from there, there's only a little bit of damage left in this base. Let's send the Ice Hound, the Dragons in. Alright. Baby Dragon, 4 Rocket Loons for his multi-arch tower. Poison for the Furnace. Baby Dragon to funnel. Baby Dragon to funnel. Baby Dragon to clean up. 1 Rocket Loon for the Wizard Tower. 1 Rocket Loon for the Wizard Tower. Minion clean up. Minion clean up. Warren ability through this heavy bit of damage. The entire top side goes down without anything. Without anything. Nice. And we can just minion prince do the last bit of air damage, which is just these 3 defenses. Okay. There's a couple right here, but we'll ignore those for a second. These 3 more major defenses. We'll drop cleanup, drop more cleanup, and this base is gone. It's just completely gone. There's just so much value that log launcher in this base. On these invis bases, you just gotta make sure you get your RC into that core. You might have to use a redirect, you might not. This one, I did have to use a redirect. You know what? It worked out easily. Easily, easily, easily. And the base is just overkilled. It really is. Alright, this base. All of this value in through here. And I'm pretty sure the NATO is right here on this base too. Okay, so what if we just drop the Skelly spell right here, right? And then we just giant arrow through here, take out the CC of the log launcher. No, that's not gonna take out the CC. Okay, well, let's just come in from this corner and do it. Let's just see what this corner's like. Alright, Skelly spell, giant arrow, log launcher. We can earthquake. Alright. And then at 250, we'll just make sure to drop the RC. We'll baby dragon this wizard tower out. At 240, excuse me. I think we'll just come in from this top side, thinking about it now. Yeah, I like this top side. Then we'll just poison the furnace and the CC. Oh man, triple rocket loons, that is toxic for this. Very, very toxic. Or quadruple rocket loons. There's not even an ice golem here, it's just all rocket loons. Alright, we'll do 7. And then we'll do 3 Spear Fox. Spear Fox, where you at? Okay, Spear Fox, Spear Fox. Spear Fox is gonna be dead here. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Alright, 2, 3, 4. Okay, which way? 2, 3. Okay, she's on the king. Bro, she does not want to cooperate. Alright, we are in the Inferno. 2, 3, 4. Okay, can we get the Town Hall? No, we can't. That's okay. We'll send in the Ice Hound. We'll send the Dragons. We're going to make sure we put them pretty compact. Baby Dragon to funnel. Baby Dragon to funnel. Couple Rock Loons for the Wizard Tower and Air Defense combo. We're going to push in towards this Town Hall. We'll drop some cleanup. 1, 2, 1. And then Warren ability through the Town Hall. Just so we can take out all this air damage back through here. We can just drop a minion, drop an archer. We'll need the minion principally to push us through. Oh, he wasn't lined up properly. You want to hit the sleeper just because the sleeper's going to be annoying otherwise. Oh, the NATO is here this time. Okay. It's either here or here. It's just in the more center NATO on this base in general. Yeah, drop some cleanup. Alright. And then we can just rocket loon. Where can we rocket loon here? There's one little loon. The base is wrecked. We got through that center rather easily. Although we missed the town hall, we still got through that center and took out a CC and made a nice funnel. So everything was all well, truly. We just rock loon out this bomb tower. From art minion behind it too. Yep, and then we can have an archer help. We can have a headhunter help. And we got the cleanup coming on through. I thought this would be a bit more overkill than it was. But I guess the fox dying definitely hurt. I didn't expect the fox to die like that. I thought the RC was going to path out here, but those CC troops pulled her in. And the king pulled her in. So she got pulled in by the CC and the king. Which is something I got to think about. I definitely have to think about. It's nice to pull her in, right? It's nice getting her pulled in, but it's not something you want to always just rely on thinking about it. Maybe you could rely on it if you just reliably think about it. Yeah, okay. That could work. All right, this base. So we're gonna try to make sure we get into this center. I'm thinking maybe just coming from right here. Giant arrow like this, and then Skelly spell right here. Just so it's not in the tunnel poison range, and we get good Skelly spell value for sure. And then we'll just RC charge in. Yeah, okay. All right, so Skelly spell giant arrow, a log launcher. Maybe I should place the log launcher a little bit up. That's okay. And an earthquake through here. Are we getting hit with the log launcher? Yeah, a little bit, but that's okay. Now, honestly, I think I'll just come in from the top at this point. Yeah, I'll come in from this our air defense, right? And we'll push into this core. Oops, I actually popped the haste. All right, invis redirect. Okay, she's on to the queen. Then she's into the mono. 2, 3, 4. We'll do 7 and 3. All right. We might have killed the spear fox there. We might have. Just maybe, maybe. Okay, well, that's not ideal. We'll come in towards the town hall. We still have 6 invises. Yeah, it's a little bit tough. Baby dragons, rockloons help funnel. All right. We'll just warn ability, keep everything alive. Baby dragon help funnel again. Poison the furnace. Where's the minion prince? We'll need his ability to get through this core. Yeah, we'll need that soon too. Okay, he's not turning yet. I will invis these dragons. Minion prince ability through the core. Rockloons help deal with this air defense. Alright, invis, invis, invis. Alright, we'll help him get through this core. Some minions help clean up. Alright, we'll still just help this minion prince get through this core. That's all we can do. Man, I definitely shouldn't have my first attack Rise I woke up. Rise waking up, and now I'm just making all kinds of mistakes on it. Oops. That is not ideal, is it? Nope. Well, not kill the RC in 6 invis? What am I doing? What am I doing? Well, that's not ideal. So yeah, this is definitely a bad first attack of the day. Let's drop some cleanup, try to get some percentage. Minion Prince could do this, then we almost could have got it, right? If we would have just kept the RC alive, we would have had zero issues, absolutely zero issues. But I couldn't do the simplest thing, keep the RC alive. I don't know, my focus just wasn't there. It really wasn't. That's okay. I don't even care. I don't even care. Alright, this space. We could take out the CC pretty easily. Yeah, we could. Just giant arrow through it. That'll open up a lot of this ground damage for us too. We could just Skelly spell right here. Giant arrow right there. And then just log launcher. Earthquake. We'll get through there pretty easily. And then we just send our RC here. It's probably baited. It's probably baited, but that's okay. The CC will not go down. Okay, we were a little bit too slow. The giant walked into it. Alright, we're coming from the bottom. Just because the queen's gonna take up this top side. That 236 will drop this first invis. Let's save the poison for, I guess, the defending minion prince. Yeah, that'll work out. And then 7 and 3, just because we're getting into heavier damage. And then 3. Alright. And if we do end up pathing to this right side, we'll be able to easily path to town hall. We path left, we're going to get some better air value. So you know what? It's really just a matter of which way are we going to path. Okay, here's an easy path for us into this town hall. Truly. Yeah, we'll do 7. We'll earthquake. And then 3. Alright, and then we're on the town hall. We'll pop the haste. And she's just taking down a whole bunch of ground damage, to be honest. Which, I mean, it works, but that's not what we want, to be honest. Ideally, we get a lot of air damage. And hopefully she goes for this mono. She does perfect. Alright, and then we're behind the sweeper. We're rinsing the ice hound in. The dragons in. What is that air defense doing right on the edge? What in the world? 1, 2. These are like the easiest sniped air defenses ever. Alright, well, Warren ability, keep this Ice Hound alive. Ice Hound's gonna pop nicely. It misses the mono, but that's okay. Baby Dragon to help funnel. Some cleanup. Some poison. Some headhunter. Some cleanup. We'll take out this air defense too. We'll use all 4 Rockets to get the mortar and the air defense, maybe Tesla as well. We'll drop an archer. Wow, the minion prince ability. This base is just wrecked. Taking out CC, as well as the queen staying alive that entire time, helped take out this entire chunk of the base with the action figure, as well as the fact that we had the Royal Champion take out the center too. Yeah, that just took the base away. There just wasn't any base left. I went for the heavy ground damage side, and it worked out really well. It really did. I didn't expect that to be so overpowering. I mean, taking out the multi-gear CC, taking out both fire spitters with the RC and then the queen. Yeah, I'm surprised she lived so long. That's the biggest thing. The giant went out here and then ran back inside. He was in the center of the base helping take out that town hall. We still have like 8 dragons up. That's crazy. All right, this base. There's some big value if we just get into here. This side's heavy ground damage. I don't really like that. This side, it could get us into the town hall. I like that. What if we just like double earthquake right here? Yeah, where's the town hall poison range? Okay, so Skelly spell right in this clan castle hero hall. Okay, because you don't want to be in the range of the. And we'll just double earthquake. We'll headhunter out the king. All right, maybe just coming from right here and push in. So I'll take out this air archer tower. Yeah, so 240. I'll drop the RC. Now I just keep her alive. I want these Yetis to help tail this town hall. That's the idea at least. Which I'm not sure they will. I'm really not. Maybe the queen could. Or the action figure. That's what I'm kind of was hoping for. I wasn't too confident in that actually would. We'll poison out the CC. Maybe we won't. Maybe the queen can try, but she's about to get into too much damage. I would do 6 of this invis. Just cause. Honestly. We'll take the fire spitter. Looks like we aren't going to get that town hall. No, but there's no builder huts on it, so that's at least a plus. Alright, we'll do 3. Does she go for the mortar? No, she is not. Okay, we still have 5 invis. Okay, crazy. Alright, and then we just invis 7 and 3, pop the haste 2. Alright, 7 and 3. Spear Fox, which way are you? Alright, 7 will help get through this Inferno. And then 3, Tree Gig Bomb. Fox is gonna die for sure. For sure. Oh, okay, she does get the Inferno. Okay. Okay. We're gonna go behind the sweeper. Dragons coming on through. Baby Dragon to help funnel. All Rocket Loons going for this Archer Tower and multi-Archer Tower combo. Honestly, just help cut the funnel, push us into this base. Making sure we push into the base. Dropping some cleanup. We'll warn ability through here. We want to make sure some dragons head for that town hall. We want to make sure Minion Prince, which way is he lined up, to get him through most of this damage. Actually, that was pretty bad ability. Think about now, I didn't really get too much there. These dragons looks like they're gonna loop around this right side. Okay. That town hall is low though. One dragon can do it. One single dragon. The little dragon that could. The little dragon that could. That's what we were hoping for. I know this fire spitter is pretty much one shot too. If we can get down this inferno, we can just drop the minion on this fire spitter. But I have all of these dragons still up. I really thought we could get the town hall down. I really did. You know what? It wasn't the day. It wasn't the day for that with the RC. I mean the log launcher. All right, the minion will come on through. The minion will get it. Look at this. I knew it was low. I knew it was low. Look at that bait too. But yeah, this base go down rather easily. That was a pretty long RC charge, so that did take up quite a bit of time. All right, and as long as this minion stays over there, yeah, okay, there's no risk of a time fail. Just because this one little minion, the minion that could, actually, he's a little bit slow. Maybe he can't, but we have dragons coming on through, so he can. He can with his support of his friends. All right, this base. Now, where's the heavy air damage gonna be? I mean, what if we just giant arrowed from here, maybe, and just push in over here, and then there's RC charge here. Yeah, I like that. So we'll just. Oh, I meant to check. Okay, that skeleton spell is wasted. I meant to check where. I meant to check where the range of the Inferno is gonna be, but instead I just wasted a whole spell. Yeah. Well, at 240, I'll drop my RC into this top side. So I want to get her to go into this mono. Alright. Now do 1, 2, 3. So take out these. Now help her push in. And then 236, drop his first invis. Spear Fox, we hit the bait. Well, all that just to hit bait is crazy. 7. And then 3. Just make sure you keep the Spear Fox and roll a champion alive. And then from here, we can redirect. Alright. And we can do 7. Pop the haste. And then we can do 3. We can Earthquake in front of us. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. She'll take out the Inferno, and she'll help take out this Poison Tower. 2, 3, 4. And then we'll poison the dragons. I mean the furnace. And then where's the last sleeper back through here? Alright. We'll send in the Ice Hound. Then we'll send in the dragons. I think the Ice Hound triggered good bomb. I think so. No, not quite, but that's fine. Can we take out this air defense to the rocket loons? Hopefully. We'll warn ability to the Giga Bomb. Alright, well Baby Dragon help funnel. Baby Dragon help funnel. Now Minion Prince, I want you to turn onto this Inferno. Minion Prince, I want you to turn onto this Inferno. Okay, well, those air skellies definitely are hurting there. Minion Prince, there you go. There we go. Hit the sweeper, town hall, and that multi-gear back there. Very nice little combo there. A little 1-2. A little 1-2 action, right? One Rockloon takes out a wizard tower if it's by itself and there's no damage. So we'll do that exactly. Then we'll drop a minion, help clean up. Now this one last Rockaloon. Where can we use that? I mean, we could use it back here once the air defense is distracted. Yeah, we'll use it on this distracted air defense. And these ice golems just gonna be kind of annoying. We're just gonna try to pull them away a little bit. Air defense, it goes down. Minion Prince, he's too much. Yeah, he's too much. Getting baited was unfortunate on the Spear Fox. I honestly didn't expect it right there. I really didn't. Yeah, Sneezy's gonna go down. Dragon's gonna go down. Yeah, not quite gonna be enough. Not quite. Headhunter. It'll be into the 80s, but I'll be okay. It was still pretty enjoyable to do this, although it didn't work out. Definitely could have done this better. Definitely. I think my dragon placement probably should have been back over here and then had some Rockloons back here sooner, just so they had pathed better, because it kind of spread out super far. And that spread definitely got them. Oh well. 88, not too bad. Alright, this core is just so much value. If we just get in there, we just giant arrow right through here. Where's the Expo's range? Okay. So Skelly spell like right there. Giant arrow, headhunter. We just get into that core, okay. So Skelly spell, giant arrow, log launcher, headhunter. Alright. Earthquake. Alright, Earthquake gets some good value. Will we get the CC down? One more will. Okay, we do get the CC down, but it does unfortunately end up spawning. 240 will drop the RC. I'll put her on this right side. The right side really just because of the fact that there's a little bit less of everything over here compared to the Crusher Mortar. And it looks like we can get the first single cycle off. That's nice. That's very, very nice. We'll do 6 of this first invis. Alright, so I want to make sure we push her into this core. We could do that probably rather easily, thinking about it. Alright, we'll just do 7, and 1, 2. And then, oh, okay, all the bait. Never mind. We're hitting all the bait. Okay. Well, invis 6. Invis redirect over. How does that kill a Spear Fox? 2, 3, 4. We'll pop the haste. 2, 3, 4. Okay, that should allow us to take out most of this core. That poison tower actually does slow us down quite a bit. Alright, I'll get through all but one Inferno, it looks like. That's okay. Take out this air defense. Where's the last sweeper? Alright, we're just going into this town hall. Alright, Minion Prince one side. Baby Dragon help. Rockaloon's coming. Minion Archer. Alright, Warden ability through this town hall. We're just spreading everything out, just to help with time, as well as there's not really much damage on this base, so it really will help. Because if we kind of came on one side, we could potentially time fill, I think. Potentially. We'll send this Baby Dragon here on this Wizard Tower, because its air defense is distracted, so we'll get good value there. We can send this one Rockaloon here for this Ricochet. We can send, what, another Baby Dragon for this Tesla. These dragons, they're gonna try it. Minion Prince is gonna fly across the map. That's the only bad thing is he's fast. He might hit some black air bombs. Which I mean, he already hit one. He's about to hit another. He's about to hit all of them actually. His ability hits everything but the Tesla, but the single Tesla. Okay, well. But yeah, I went to the town hall because the damage was split on this base. I didn't want to risk a time fill because that was a very long RC charge, very very long. Also, a very valuable one. It's nice taking the CC out early. Although we didn't get the CC out, we had to use a poison on it. We still did take it out early and have plenty of dragons still up. Plenty, plenty, plenty. We did end up going plus 297. This is where I killed the RC early, and this is where I kind of didn't get much value at all, if anything, and it just didn't work out. But other than that, 3-star the rest of the bases pretty easily. Pretty easily. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, I appreciate you guys liking, subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow.